University, Dallas, Texas, USA, out of 300 applications. Sir worked as postdoctoral fellow from January 2003 to January 2006 and joined as research associate in University of Virginia, USA from February 2006 to December 2006 under Jefferson Memorial Trust Award. Sir joined as assistant professor in December 18, 2006 to Department of Industrial Chemistry, Toronto University. One of his research work carried out at University of Virginia on nanotubes was highlighted in chemical technology. His H index is 41, IT index is 169, and the citations were 6,554. Because of his outstanding contribution in the field of chemical sensors, Sir received International Award Professor Dimitrios Nicolis on September 7, 2015. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime National Achievement Award by Christ Foundation, Bengaluru in the year 2016, and Outstanding Scientist Award from Distinguished Scientist Award, International Conference on Advances in Science and Engineering, ICASC 2017 at Eastwood Institute of Technology, Bengaluru, and in Regents International College, Bangkok, Thailand on 20th to 22nd January 2017. He received 4 projects from DST, Naval Research Board, and UGC New Delhi worth of 1.2 crore as investigator as well as co-investigator. Sir is coordinator for MTech Nanoscience and Technology from DST Nano Mission. Sir has published 291 research articles in international and national peer journals. Sir has attended more than 59 national and international conferences, and research work has referred in so many international and national textbooks. Sir has guided 17 PhDs as supervisor, including 1 foreign student and 5 PhDs as co-supervisor and 3 MPhil students. Currently, he is guiding 5 PhD programs. His research areas are development of chemical sensor for some neurotransmitters, biosensors, nanosensors, and electrochemical sensors. Sir is an associate editor in Chemical Sensor, a World Research Journal of Analytical Chemistry, and guest editor in special issue on nanoparticle and cancer treatment. Because of his contribution in the field of nanotechnology, Sir was invited as American Nanochemical Society member, and it is not open for all the researchers. Sir is referee for international peer journals and delivered 24 invited talks at various international and national conferences and chaired the sessions also. Sir was worked as assistant director to Prasaranga, and under this banner, some popularized lectures are also delivered at colleges and public auditorium. He is a member of BOE chairman in the year 2012-13, 15-16, and BOES from 2007 onwards in industrial chemistry and chairman of BOES. Sir worked as consultancy service to MPM Bhadravati during 2000 to 2002. Sir has conducted 3 national conferences as co-convener and coordinator for the 3 days crash course on basic chemical calculations. He served as the Deputy Registrar in Development Section, Toronto University from July 2015 to September 2020, and Deputy Director in IQAC, Toronto University, and worked in NAC as the DVV member, external expert, and other important assignments in NAC, Government of India from February 2019. Presently, Sir is the chairman of in the Department of Industrial Chemistry, Toronto University. At present, Sir is the special officer to VZ on research and development. With this brief introduction, now I invite Dr. Kumaraswamy sir to take over the session on the topic application of cyclic voltammetry in the research. Sir, please take over the session, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for your nice words. Very nice words. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Sir, we will make you.
Sir, now we will make you as a presenter, sir.
Okay, sure. Yeah, my dear friends, it's very nice that Don Bosco Institute of Technology is doing FDP program, Faculty Development Program, especially for the faculty members working in engineering universities, some colleges. The thing is that, madam, can you make me for so the thing is that, like when you say that FDP program, faculty development program, normally what happens, especially for the faculty members, they want to attend that FDP. Making FDP is very compulsory for our promotions and our for the extra activities. But the thing is that if you listen very carefully, if you listen very, like understanding of the concept of the invited speakers who deliver, especially about the research, then definitely it is going to be help for the all the faculty members, the research scholars. The thing is that everybody knows in the pandemic situation, we are adopting a different type of webinars through some, like some other media. Earlier, we used to go to the particular college and we are going to give some talk and there will be maximum interaction. But nowadays, in pandemic situation, we are opting a different type of the, like environment. Whatever it may be, the thing is that the main topic, especially like today, your institute is doing especially on like green chemistry. The thing is that, when you say about the green chemistry, I used to ask the question, why it is green? Why can't it be blue? Why can't it be red? And why can't it be some other color? The thing is that when you say something like a green chemistry, I can say it is free from water pollution, air pollution, and some other things. The thing is that when you say, or say for example, when you join for a research, when you pass your MSc or like MTech, or you want to go for a joining for a research, many questions will come in our mind. What I have to do? Say for example, I am going to do something like discovery. With my research, there is something is going to be changed in the world, or I need to just join for a research group and I need to follow what our supervisor is doing. Third one is, say for example, I want to identify the problem, then I want to start my research. There are many types of a research. Say for example, you can go when your supervisor say, come on gentlemen, you go and start the research. The thing is that nowadays what happens, we always are concentrating towards the Google Guru. Like we'll go and type the research, we will search all the corner 360-degree angle. Say for example, your professor is giving, because it's a chemistry, I will just talk about something like electrochemistry. Students will go and type electrochemistry. If I say organic chemistry, they'll go and type organic chemistry. That means they are behind going to identifying, going to something. But the thing is that when you say about talk about the chemistry, see, chemistry is very, very important subject because I'm a being a chemistry man. Second thing is, chemistry is basically, we always say, when you switch on the TV, say for example in the weekend, all the celebrities, they will say the body chemistry is, that chemistry is good. But the thing is that being a chemistry department and we are doing something like a different type of research, when you talk about the chemistry, I can say in very simple way, chemistry is the study of matter and its changes. That's very important. When you talk about the matter, we can say classify it into three categories in very simple way: solid, liquid, and gaseous media. But the thing is that you go to any type of the subject, any discipline, chemistry plays very important role. Say for example, last year we are all fighting against coronavirus. We scared to go outside and we scared to even talk to the people. We scared about for the many things because many people, researchers, they have written like a proof about the coronavirus depends upon the research article. We went through so many ideas, and we are just telling to the society, be careful, you just use it SMS, social distance and mask and sanitizer. But the thing is that when you go for a research level, I used to always say to my students, when you want to join for a research, make sure that you should be very, very skeptical. What is this meaning of skeptical? The thing is that your supervisor, say for example, organic chemistry professor, you go and synthesize some compounds. What type of compounds I need to synthesize? If I synthesize these compounds, whether the facility is available in my lab. Say for example, when I synthesize these, organic chemistry compounds, whether I need to characterize those compounds, or I need to send this compounds to some other institute. Say, for example, inorganic chemistry professor, if you say whether I can prepare metal complex or I can go for the nanoparticle, or for example, in electrochemistry research, I say you go and modify something like electrode, whether they can do it electrodes in my lab, or they need to go outside and they want to synthesize electrodes. That we have to think in a different way. But the thing is that maybe I can say, remember that many people are doing the research in India, abroad, and everywhere. See, I tell you, research is must, because I tell you, at the present situation, there is one post. If you pass 10th standard SSLC, for one post minimum, obviously there are 100, roughly I'm giving you one number, 100 participants or 100 applications normally they apply. If you go for PUC 100, to it we may go to 80. If you go for BSc or BE something else, normally what happens, there may be a 60, 40. If you do PhD, there may be 1:10. If you do postdoc higher level, like you can get very easily job, or you can go abroad. And if you ask the question, when I walked in US, one of my friend called me and said, why you went to abroad? You love so much of India. But I told him, no, very simple. It's free from air pollution and water pollution, and you will get so much of infrastructure facility. But normally it's very difficult to get those facilities in India. But whatever it may be, when you say, we call it as the green chemistry. See, the thing is that when students started the research, there will be so much of pressure on their, like head. Number one is they want to finish their PhD within time period. That's a very, very important. Say, for example, if I give one work, one student say, sir, I will take this work. Okay, this work, it leads to 10 years or 15 years. Then supervisor will become upset, and even student will also become upset. Second thing is, we need to understand the concept of a research. But the thing is that when you go for a complete research, normally what happens, people will say many definitions. Sometimes what happens, in science, people will say, see, the science research means, systematic study. What type of systematic study? Some people will say you need to make very, very important, data, and even social science research is a different one, and science, what we are doing, research is a different one. But the thing is that in science, normally we say proof. Say, for example, water is there, HOH. Say, for example, ethyl alcohol is there, C2H5OH. Say, for example, other 6 is H5OH. But I need to say which is OH group and which is aromatic, which is ethyl alcohol, which is HOH group. But I can go for IR spectroscopy. I can tell you very simple way. This OH is different and this OH is different. That means I normally go for confirmation, or I can say very simple way, proof, proof, proof. Without proof, normally what we are doing research is, even you can't talk to the people, and even we can't publish a paper. The thing is that you are sitting somewhere in like one of the institute, and you were saying that you were doing something like a research, and you write something in the form of a paper and you go and present it. But normally what happens, when you write a paper, many people will see, and even people will follow your research. Say, for example, in India, you go talk to some professor, they will say, what is your specialization? They say, I'm doing a physical chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. If you go and talk to the foreign people, if what is your specialization of a research, they will say very, very single component. If you talk to me, what is your research area? I can say very simple way. I am doing electrochemical sensor, development of biosensors, or something else. Maybe you remember that there is one very important, after 40 plus, people are suffering from diabetic disease. That's very dangerous. Earlier, people are saying that suppose your body loses so much of sugar, earlier people are saying that you just add sugar, more and more you can add sugar. But the thing is that when you take more and more sugar, people dying rate is very high. Then one of the professors said, no, 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 do not worry. Because if you are taking water, if your water losing in your body, then you can take this water. But it is not a same problem for the sugar, because if you're losing so much of sugar, don't take sugar. What contains glucose oxidase enzyme. You just take zero point 0.1 ml of the blood. You just take that, like strip, and just touch it. The what is the percentage of glucose present in the blood, which is directly converted into oxidative product of a glucose. That conversion we call it as a transducer, that you are going to get the values of 80, 120, 140, 200, 300, the numbers. That plays very important where our electrochemistry, what we are doing electrochemistry in my research lab, that works good. But the thing is that many chemistry will come. Say, for example, in chemistry, if you go for A to Z chemistry, A for analytical chemistry, B for biochemistry, you can mention anything applied chemistry. People say, I am saying industrial chemistry. Some people will say pharmaceutical chemistry. Many chemistries are there. But among these, we are more concentrating, especially, earlier people, how they are doing a research. For example, you can just throw a ball upside or just throw out into the wall, the ball comes very fast because and even if you just throw up, the ball will comes down. Then only why Newton become very famous, and even if you just go and dump into something like a swimming pool, the same displacement of water expels from the like swimming pool. Then why Archimedes become very famous? These scientists, they work in a different way. The thing is that first they will assume that there is something is going on, and they will prove theory by theoretical, and they will go for the experimental, and they will give very good conclusion about theoretical aspects as well as experimental aspects. You can just imagine earlier how people are doing the research. For example, very simple test is flame test. You just go and just put into Bunsen burner. If it gives gold and yellow, people are saying sodium is present. Brick red, calcium, apple green, barium. Many things people is to say. And even like a simple depends upon the boiling point. Like atmospheric pressure is equal to vapor pressure. They used to say the boiling point of the liquid is a different one. Then people used to even identify this is something like a solvent, this is something like a solvent, and depends upon the melting point where the solid starts to liquefy. The temperature we call it as a melting point. So then people are identifying depends upon the melting point. Then people are also doing research just by seeing classical chemistry. It is not something like instrumentation. It's not something like some people are using chem or something top instrument. And even depends upon the solubility, depends upon the optical activity, and even quantitative estimation for a gravimetric estimation. Very simple. You take two liquids, you just mix it just by drop, and you're going to get one precipitate. Depends upon the precipitate, people are identifying what is the percentage
Sir?
of madam.
Sir, PPT is not visible, sir.
Is it right?
Yes, sir. It's not visible.
1 minute, okay. Now
No, sir. No, sir.
is it right? 1 minute, 1 minute, okay. What happened? So no PowerPoint is this one, okay. I can stop it now. I can stop sharing.
Only stop sharing.
Sir, stop
Okay.
sharing.
Okay.
Make it again, sir.
Yeah, sure. Oh.
No,
No, it's okay. 1 minute. Is it now
Sure.
okay?
Share
Now
again.
it's okay.
No, sir.
sir.
Now
Share again.
ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು
I don't know, because when we check with something, it was showing very good. Now, what is the condition now? It's okay
Sir,
now?
no, sir. No PPT.
Okay.
No PPT, sir.
DP only showing.
Yeah, DP only is visible, sir.
Okay. What to do now, madam? Then maybe what you can do, maybe last, like testing what we have done, the same thing you can do it.
Sir.
Sir, can you try once again, sir?
Yeah, okay. I need to log out, or I need to go for again sharing my
No,
PPT?
sir, you just
share it, sir.
Okay.
maybe internet fluctuation, that's why it seems.
Oh, is it right? Whether it is from my side or okay. Now what I will do, just wait for just 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
It's working now.
No, sir.
Actually, it is starting to work, sir, but it is not opening, sir.
Oh, what to do then, madam? Now we can see now.
No, sir.
Okay, I'll do it. Stop sharing.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'll share my email ID in WhatsApp, sir. You please send me the PPT, sir. I'll share it, sir.
Oh, is it right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, then you need to move very fast because initially it'll go a little bit slow and then I will go fast. Maybe I will check it out whether I can able to do it. Or now, what is the condition, madam? Now I can
Sir,
see
it is showing your DP only, sir.
now. Okay, I will go now. 1 minute. Uh, Earlier it was showing, no?
Yes, sir. Only one page. One slide it was showing.
Only one
First
slide.
slide.
Now, okay, now.
No, sir.
Oh my God. Okay.
Share window. Share window.
Sir,
So now what we will do then?
Sir, I have sent my mail ID to the WhatsApp number.
Okay.
the number is
What could be the problem? This for the internet problem or?
Um,
ಬನ್ನಿ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನು ಇದು ತಾನೆ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಸಿ ನೌ I don't know what could be the reason. See, ಇದು ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಒನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ವಿಂಡೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾನ್ ಬಾಸ್ಕೋ ಇದಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ ಇದು ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದೇ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಶೇರ್
ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಮೈ ಪವರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು 1 ಮಿನಿಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲ 1 ಮಿನಿಟ್ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ನನಗೆ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಇದು ಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಹಾಂ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್
ಓಕೆ
ಈ ಪಿಪಿಟಿ
ಎಲ್ಲಿ
ಪಿಪಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಡೆಸ್ಕ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಾ ಡೌನ್ ಬಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಈಗ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ
no,
ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ
sir.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಗ ಮಾಡೋದು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ
DP ಬರ್ತದೆ.
ಮೇ ಬಿ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸರಿ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ okay I will send okay what we'll do I will send my PowerPoint okay
Sir. Okay, sir.
yeah 1 minute okay ನಿಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತದ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌದು ಓಕೆ ನಾನು ಅದು ಕಳಿಸಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಮೊಬೈಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಾ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಇದಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಮೇಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಹಾಂ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದಾಗಿತ್ತು ಓಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸುಷ್ಮಾ NVS right ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇದೆ ನಾನು ಮೇಡಮ್ ನೋಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು. ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಯಾ ಹಾ ಬಟ್ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಇದು? ವಾಟ್ ಕುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಅಂತ? ಹಾ ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೀವು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ಈಗೇನಾದ್ರು ಬಂತ ಮೇಡಮ್?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ 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 ಸರಿ ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ
ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ನೀವು
ಸರ್ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಲಾಗ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು
ಆಗ
ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸರ್.
Okay.
ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್, ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
that could be the reason. Yes. Okay, fine.
ಸರ್ ಟ್ರೈ ನಾವು ಸರ್.
ಈಗ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಈಗ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಅದೇ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಇವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Yes, is visible.
ಈಗ ಮೇಡಮ್
Technically issues ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, same.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
So please move the slides.
Move the slides. ಹಾ ಸರ್, now yes sir.
it's coming now.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, yes sir.
Okay, fine. So then I will go it now. Okay.
Yes sir.
Thank you. Madam. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. As usual, like the thing is that, okay. So when you go for this, basically the research, especially, like many people did very wonderful work, especially on, like old type of ideas by taking so much of research. When you come for the instrumental method, say for example, when instrument came, the real research, especially in chemistry or nanochemistry, everywhere it was started. So I love this instrumentation only because we need to give the proof. We just remember that, earlier days when penicillin was the miracle drug, people used to say penicillin is a miracle drug, which is almost 100 years old drug. Because Alexander Fleming, when he discovered this, miracle drug, everyone was used. But the thing is that nowadays, from past, like 10 to 15 years, when you go for, any hospital or, health doctor, they will ask the question whether you can able to take this penicillin injection. Why this question is asking? Because earlier 20 years back, no one was asking, but nowadays everyone is asking. It's only because, people are using so much of, like instrumentation technique. For example, I always, quote, there is one simple law that is called as, Beer-Lambert's law. The Lambert was the first person who said absorbance is directly proportional to the path length of a sample. The Beer was the second person who told absorbance is directly proportional to the concentration of the sample. But the thing is that when many instruments came into the, especially in the research, many good research was happened. And the thing is that especially we need to remember about the chromatography. See, this chromatography is very, very important. Michael Sweat in 1906, he said chromum is color, graphy means writing, because he was a botany professor. Everyone was little bit, scared why this guy is telling like this, whether separation of compounds is only because of the presence of color or something else. What it could be the reason? When Beer's law came, when you plot the graph of instrument or instrumentation versus response versus concentration, a straight line passing through the origin. That's a very important. You just remember that how this science and research is very important, because this, B Lambert's law shown when straight line passing through the origin, some way there is a concave or convex in the something like bending of the curve. But the thing is that he told to the world, my this law, Beer's law is holds good only for the dilute solution. It is not holding for the higher concentration. We call it as limit of detection, limit of quantification, LOL, and everything. And one has to remember that by seeing this Beer's law instrumentation graph, the many types of sensors were developed, and the very important is when it comes into the electroanalytical chemistry, in very simple way I can say this electrochemistry is very simple, because we need to understand the concept and make sure that you are going to check, and you're going to check the very important parameters and make sure that this electrochemistry gives very good idea about the selectivity and specificity, high sensitivity, low detection limit, and speed and accuracy, use of compact instrument, and no too much of technical skill is required. For example, in potentiometry we are using two electrodes. One is reference electrode, second one is platinum electrode. In pH titration, we are using a glass electrode as well as like a platinum electrode. That means just by checking pH whether MSc is required, that means no too much of skill is required. But whatever it may be, many people are doing the research. But my topic is I am working on the field which is called as a voltammetry. The thing is that that one. If you use two electrodes, you can measure either potential or you can measure current. But the thing is that being a researcher, I want to measure both potential as well as current. But the thing is that ammeter you can measure current. In voltmeter you can measure the potential. Sometimes what happens in potentiometry, we are doing a like estimation ferrous ammonium sulfate versus potassium permanganate, where oxidation occurs, removal of electron, reduction occurs, acceptance of electron. But the thing is that what happens, just by oxidation and reduction, you can identify. There is no need of indicator. You can going to identify what is the potential of solution. The question will come whether current we can measure, because we are not talking about the anything on chemistry. Literally, we are making current is zero. For example, if you want to measure the current, then what happens? This voltammetry comes into the existence. He is the Hirovsky, is a very famous guy who worked maximum on polarography. See, polarography, people are used mercury electrodes. Mercury is good, but nowadays we say, I used mercury electrode, paper acceptance is very difficult, because mercury, which forms amalgam, which lower the reduction potential. If you go for this guy was, worked to identify, in 3D metal ions, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. He identified many metal ions, but the thing is that he worked only for reduction potential. He doesn't bother about the oxidation. That was answered by the something which is called as the cyclic voltammetry. I tell you in very simple way, voltammetry means what? Measurement of both potential as well as current, which is nothing but a voltmeter. Cyclic means what? Initial to final, final to initial, which is nothing but a cyclic. That means I want to measure both the potential as well as current. I need to see what happens if oxidation occurs. I need to check what happens if the component goes reduction. That is called as a very simple, very important. Nowadays it's going very in boom, which is called as the cyclic voltammeter. But the thing is that this instrument, my supervisor bought it for only 90,000 rupees at that time, 1 lakh. It was big amount. Of course, I can understand, but it was fabricated from PARC, Analytical Chemistry Division. This alone instrument produces more than 50 research articles in international level and more than 10 to 12 PhDs. And later, after coming from US, I have taken this instrument, CH instrument, worth of 13 to 13.5 lakh. This instrument is really working very good. I'm using Faraday cage and everything. This instrument alone produces more than 100 and plus research articles and more than 20 PhDs, because one can easily do and one can easily think in different way that is called as the cyclic voltmeter. Make sure that in cyclic voltammetry we are using 3 electrodes, but in batteries we are using only 2 electrodes, anode and cathode. But in cyclic voltammetry we are using 3 electrodes. One is working electrode. That's a key experimental or key success in cyclic voltammetry is working electrode. Second one is platinum electrode. We call it as auxiliary electrode. Third one is reference electrode. Reference electrode means whose potential is known. We are using either standard Calomel electrode or AgCl electrode. In auxiliary electrode, we are using a platinum electrode. When you apply a potential measures across between working and reference electrode. Current is in between working and the auxiliary electrode. When you get the plot of, like any current, when you apply this one something, you got the current as well as potential. So this, say for example, maybe it is not working, I guess, because I need different mode. So you will get a cyclic voltammogram. But the thing is that why people are going behind cyclic voltammetry? Organic chemistry can use it, inorganic chemistry, nanochemistry, physical chemistry, even now biology students, biotechnology students are working because it has so much of advantages. And before starting the experiment, we need to understand there are 3 types of cyclic voltammograms. Number one is reversible. Reversible means what? You will get a 2 peaks in forward scan and reverse scan. But the thing is that those 2 potential is only 60 millivolts. You need to check. When you make your electrode, make sure that you are going to check with potassium ferrocyanide. Make sure that the difference between these 2 peak potentials should be 60 or 59 millivolts, because it works on the principle E is equal to E naught minus RT over NF into ln of reduced species by oxidized species. So when you take the value RT over F, you will get 59 millivolts. That means when you get, for potassium ferrocyanide, you will get 60 millivolts, then your electrode is good. And the corresponding current is almost the same. We call it as reversible. Irreversible means what? Either you will get 1 peak in the forward scan or other peak in the reverse scan. That means you will get only 1 peak, that is called as the irreversible process. Reversible means you will get both the peaks, but the peak potential is 59 millivolts. Irreversible means you will get only 1 peak. Suppose you will get 2 peaks, but the thing is that the peak potential is more than 100 millivolts, 200 millivolts. Then we call it as a quasi-reversible system, because we will get both the peaks. But quasi-reversible system means which is lies in between reversible and irreversible system. When you start your research, so make sure that you need to check whether I am getting compound is reversible or irreversible or quasi-reversible. What are the diagnostic criteria are there? Then you can start your research. And when you do experiment, there are 3 modes of electrochemical transport: diffusion, microaction, and convection. Everybody knows it works. Cyclic voltammetry works on diffusion. That means movement of ions from higher concentration to the lower concentration against chemical potential, which is nothing but a diffusion. Migration means movement of charged ions. Convection means either go for natural or mechanical. That whole cyclic voltammetry which works on the diffusion process. Now I tell you very important is supporting electrolyte. See, supporting electrolyte plays very important role. Suppose if I am a 65 weight, if you want to use the ladder should be more than 100 kg or 200 kg. Very good. Choosing supporting electrolyte is ultimate success of cyclic voltammetry. When you fail in choosing of supporting electrolyte, make sure that you keep on increasing the concentration of electroactive species. The current should increase. Sometimes what happens, if your supporting electrolyte gives a problem, if you increase the current, normally what happens, supporting electrolyte, the current it doesn't increase. Make sure that for the oxidation studies, go for the basic media supporting electrolyte. For doing a reduction species, make sure that you go for the acidic media. Because choosing of supporting electrolyte, make sure that when you do cyclic voltammogram, this cyclic voltammogram for alone supporting electrolyte doesn't give any peak. The peak should be absent for the supporting electrolyte. When you add electroactive species, you will get a 1 peak. Then you can say this peak is only due to for the electroactive species, and for the supporting electrolyte there is no peak. Many times when you write a paper, when you just submit it, the reviewer will ask the question, what is the whether you got the peak for the supporting electrolyte. Make sure that you need to say, so there are no peaks, because the peaks, which plays very important role. Supporting electrode doesn't give the peaks, only electroactive species will give the peaks. Then, just by using the application of cyclic voltammetry means what? Say, for example, you can say, when you do the experiment, like, you will get only a one peak, right? You got only a one peak. So this is called as a acetoxam. When you say this acetoxam, normally what happen, oxam molecules are there. So oxam molecules, when you want to reduce it, normally what happens, you will get amines. That means oxam into amine. See, the thing is that oxams are different types of compounds. Amines will be completely reduced product of the oxam. How to check? In organic chemistry, people are there working more, especially to conversion of reduction from oxam molecule to the amine molecule. By using cyclic voltammetry, you can just reduce oxam to amine molecule. So you got only one reduction peak. That means you can say your compound, whatever the oxam molecule you have taken, it is completely reduced into amine product. That means if you get a reduction peak as well as oxidation peak, you can say from the oxam you got imine. But the thing is that you got only one reduction peak, you can say you got from oxam molecule to amine molecule. So what are the applications of cyclic voltammetry? See, I tell you, when you go for application, you can really wonder so much of, you can do qualitative as well as quantitative estimation. You can calculate so much of thermodynamic parameters. You can calculate energy of activation. You can calculate, many things. When I started my research in 1999, I was just writing CV can be used for calculation of energy of activation, number of electron change, entropy change, free energy change. And you have written one paragraph. CV studies can be used even also for the rat brain in vivo studies. But after going to US in University of Virginia, where I worked with cyclic voltammetry by preparing a very, very tiny micro electrodes to measure both the dopamine as well as serotonin. That means it has many advantages. I will keep on telling how people are working in this area, and many people, energy of activation they do in ordinary laboratory, it may take 4 to 5 hours. Just by using cyclic voltammetry, you can calculate energy of activation by within 30 to 40 minutes. This is called as the Randall-Savick equation. Ip is equal to 2.6 into the power of 5 n to the power of 3 by 2 a c naught star d naught to the power of 1 by 2 and scan rate. So remember that this is for only reversible system. C, where n is number of electron change, where A is the area of the electrode, C is the concentration, D is the diffusion coefficient, and the last one is scan rate. This scan rate means what? This scan rate plays very important role for us, especially in research to check whether it is diffusion controlled or adsorption controlled. The scan rate means what? Say, for example, if I leave Shimoga by car, I may reach to Bangalore 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and a half hours. If you go by train, it may take for 5 hours. If you go by bus, it may take 7 to 8 hours. If you go by bullock cart, it may take for 10 to 15 hours. If you go by walk, it may take 24 to 48 hours. That means this candidate plays very important role. You check the second figure, you got something like peak, but the peak current is continuously increasing, but there is no change in the potential. This plays important role. In cyclic voltammetry, if you start the initial research, make sure that you will get only important 4 parameters. EPA, anodic peak potential, corresponding current is anodic peak current, reduction, cathodic peak potential, corresponding current is cathodic peak current. That means when you start the research, make sure that first you need to check the area of the electrode by using random. Area you got it, and then you can start your research. Say I am using in my lab in 2006 December onwards this carbon paste electrode. This carbon paste electrode was gifted by Professor Lakshmi Narayan from Raman Research Institute. We tried many things, 60 to 40%, 60% of graphite powder, 40% of silicon oil. We tried 80, 20%. We tried 70, 30%. And finally, we in our lab, we came to know that 70 is to 30% is very good for checking potassium ferrocyanide and many things. And at present, we are using 70 to 30% of graphite powder and silicon oil. Why we need to use silicon oil? Silicon oil, it acts as a binder, and we are modifying carbon paste electrode. That modifying means what? You can take some nanotubes, you can take some nanomaterial, metal oxides, surfactants, and some more, compounds. You can just grind it, and you can do wonderful, especially in cyclic voltammetry. So fabrication of bare carbon paste electrode. You can take 70% of graphite powder and you can take silicon oil. You just grind it for 30 to 40 minutes. Make sure that you're getting a homogeneous medium, and then you can add into Teflon tube which contains a platinum wire, and you can just connect it and run the experiment. This is the first, like in our lab, we have taken dopamine, because people are asking, you are working only on dopamine, we are not working on some other thing.
Sir,
Yes, madam.
sir, now PPT is not visible, sir.
Just now.
Just to disconnect.
Okay. Now,
No.
No, sir.
again, now I will go and check it. Okay.
Sir. Please share it again, sir.
Oh, I don't know what is the reason. Maybe like network issue or something else.
Internet issues, sir.
Check.
It was coming, sir.
Yeah.
Just a minute or 2 minutes back.
Okay. Hmm. Maybe I again log in. Hello.
Okay, sir.
That's better, no?
Sir.
I can say 1 minute. I will do in different way. Share and then I can. Network issue, because we are living in very, very different place. There is too much of heavy rains, from past 4 to 5. That could be the reason. I don't know. Now it's madam, whether you are able to see.
No, sir.
Okay, then same problem. Okay, check. Okay, stop sharing.
Internet issues. Yes.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೇಮ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತದ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ? ಈಗ ಶೇರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? ಈಗ ಶೇರ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? ಈಗ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಓಕೆ, 1 minute. ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್, 1 minute. Wait ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋಣ, wait ಮಾಡೋಣ ಈಗ. Again I will do it. ಬಟ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾವತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಂತು, ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಮೀಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈ ಟೈಮ್. ಈಗ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಾನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬರ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿ.
Sir, it is showing now.
It is showing now, right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But no other slides are moving.
Now it's moving, sir.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ನನಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ಯಾರು ಮೂವ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ. ಓಕೆ. So I was just checking about, like, yeah. So now, the thing is that, like I am working on, like cyclic voltammetric development of electrochemical sensor for the dopamine. Many of my friends and my teachers used to ask the question, why you are keep on publishing papers only on dopamine? The thing is that dopamine is very happy compound. It's a very good neurotransmitter, because the loss of dopamine, especially for India, we are not facing so much of problem. In Western country, and many people are facing so much of problem, because you heard about Parkinson disease. So dopamine plays very important role. But being a chemist man, I can tell you this, like dopamine, which contains in catechol moiety, you can just remove HH group and it undergoes oxidation as well as a reduction. The thing is that, second one is ascorbic acid. The thing is that ascorbic acid, which is like, this is something like, always when you want to identifying dopamine, the ascorbic acid is also coming in into very close to this electrochemical potential, and it is moving. So the thing is that, ascorbic acid, many people are published a paper, they said they have identified, electrochemical sensor for the dopamine. But the thing is that this ascorbic acid as well as dopamine, which comes very close this potential, and ascorbic acid which present in higher concentration, whereas dopamine is present in lower concentration. And major problem in our research area, what we are doing, we are going to identifying development of electrochemical sensor in presence of a ascorbic acid, because dopamine is present in very lower level, but ascorbic acid present in higher level. Therefore, we are modifying our carbon-based electrode only to identify dopamine. And everybody knows you can just do for the cyclic voltammetry for the dopamine, and you can do for the individual. But the thing is that when you take both dopamine as well as ascorbic acid, you need to identify only dopamine in presence of higher concentration of ascorbic acid. So we have used many modifiers. Say for example, we used carbon nanotubes, surfactants, we prepared some metal oxides, electro active polymers. Our goal is identify dopamine in presence of ascorbic acid. We developed many types of the electrochemical sensor. This is the first cyclic voltammogram by using carbon-based electrode, worked by me. It was in 2000. I used some platinum electrode. The thing is that I was so happy when I got this peak. But the thing is that after going to ES, like I have published second paper, I have shown here one paper, one oxidation peak, second one reduction peak. But at pH 1.24, I got 2 oxidation peaks and 2 reduction peaks. And we published the paper in Bulletin of Electrochemistry in 2000. And in 2000, we published in International Electrochemical Science. But the thing is, after going to ES, I came to know that if you are making pH 1.24, it doesn't work. Because if you want to develop a sensor, you need to work only in physiological pH. Physiological pH plays very, very important role. Then we realized that where we need to do it, and then this is the carbon-based electrode dopamine, simple. Ronald Maskaran from Bangalore who worked, and when we started the research by taking so many modifiers. Say for example, Artian glow, take 2 milligram, 4, 6, 8 milligram, keep on adding your modifier, and you keep on taking, your current as well as potential. Then what happens, at a particular concentration of modifier, it's increasing and then started to decrease. You just check where it is going to increase, and just overlap with bare electrode as well as modified electrode. Then you can get how you can develop a sensor for dopamine by using a Alcian modified carbon-based electrode. And when you keep on doing this surfactant, really I appreciate this work by like Niranjan. I told him, do this work for 5 times. Then he becomes very upset. He asked me, sir, why you are not believing my results? You are always saying when I come to discuss with you, you are saying that, you keep on working, keep on working. Then I told him, see, this is for the first time. We are taking HDS, sodium dosyl sulfate, anionic surfactant, and we are just adding into the carbon paste electrode. We are keep on grinding. And we did this experiment. Then we published this experiment, this paper into Journal of Electroanalytical Chemistry, very tough journal at the time. Till today also, it's very difficult to accept the papers. Then, like you can see, people are used carbon nanotubes. Carbon nanotubes increases 2.5 to 3 times, but this HDS alone increased more than 4 to 5 times. That means, we published a paper in 2009. Immediately, I got an email from Professor Dieter Base. He sent an email. They are also working on the same area, but we published it first, but they're a little bit delay for 6 months. So they told, see, I appreciate your work because you are taking very simple SDS, you modified the carbon based electron, you have published. We also worked, but we are delayed by 6 months. That email triggers me to work more and more in my lab. And I am always saying to my students, whenever you got the results, make sure that think, because psychology plays very important role. When you think and make figures, the figures plays very important role. Cyclic voltammogram, how to present it, then you can do wonders. So then after this one HDS, this one modified carbon-based electrode, we shown to the world, how carbon-based electrode can be used, how carbon-based electrode can be used, and then by using SDS modified carbon-based electrode, you can develop a electrochemical sensor for the dopamine. And this is very simple electrochemical mechanism. Dopamine undergoes oxidation to dopa-anthraquinone, ascorbic acid to oxidized product of this one ascorbic acid, uric acid will undergo oxidation. Then we started the research, but our aim is not only develop a electrochemical sensor for the dopamine, but we need to develop electrochemical sensor along with ascorbic acid, which plays very important role. We keep on developing many electrochemical sensor because the bare electrode fails to detect both dopamine as well as ascorbic acid, but our modified electrode can detect both dopamine, ascorbic as well as uric acid. So by using modified electrode, we can detect very easily even in the lower concentration of dopamine, ascorbic as well as uric acids. So then we developed, then like one foreign student came, Ongera Gilbert. So he came and he worked with electropolymerization. Simple, we have taken amino acids. We have taken amino acids, we modified by using electropolymerization method. We developed electrochemical sensor for the dopamine. We got very good increase in the peak current, and we just separated dopamine as well as ascorbic acid by using many methods. And continuously we worked on, we have taken almost all amino acids, we developed electrochemical polymers, and it's something like aerochrome black tea, because in metallochrome indicators people are using and complexometric titration. You can just take aerochrome black tea, you can just make electropolymer, and you can develop electrochemical sensor for the dopamine, and you can just separate the compound. We have taken something like L-glutamic acid, and we have separated ascorbic acid as well as dopamine, and then like continuously we work, and finally we wanted to work on especially even pattern reduced indicator also we worked, and it's shown very good result especially for the dopamine. And many people are working on nanotubes, and like it was a boom area buzzword which is called as the nanotubes. We have taken multi-wall nanotubes, and then we developed electrochemical sensor for like dopamine. And then what happened, like Kalmagate. Why I'm telling Kalmagate means, many people are asking, you are publishing a paper in electrotechnical chemistry and then impact factor of 3 to 4, why can't you go for the electrochemical acta, which is very very tough journal? And we try to publish this Kalmagate. We got a very good huge current. You see, it's more than even for the nanotubes or something, any metal oxides, we got more than 7 to 8-fold increase in peak current by using Kalmagate, because like the electrochemical investigation, and we shown very good like a difference in the ascorbic acid, dopamine as well as uric acid separation by using simple methods. Then we have taken pre-treatment because we have pre-treated in presence of NaOH for 50 cycles, 75 cycles, 100 cycles, 200 cycles. You can see we got very good sharp peaks. I wondered because sorry, because when you take bare carbon-based electrode, we got a one oxidation peak. But after pre-treatment, we got a 3 peaks of ascorbic acid, dopamine, uric acid with very high sensitivity. Sorry, with very high sensitivity, because you see so much of difference in the peak potential and there is too much of increase in the peak currents. Then everyone knows in nanochems we also developed some nanometal oxide. One of my student, we prepared cadmium oxide nanoparticles. But the thing is that this alone one cadmium oxide nanoparticle paper, we are the first in the world. We have taken metal oxides into the carbon-based electrode, because that guy now is working in Reva University. He worked day and night for almost 1 year, and he was synthesizing nanoparticle. I asked one question, what you were doing? He said, I am synthesizing nanoparticles. See, many people think nanoparticles, but the thing is that we need to get some application. So then I told him, you just take 2 milligram or 4 milligram metal oxide, you just grind it, you do for the bare electrode and do for the metal oxide nanoparticle. So then we publish a paper like in International Electrochemical Science. This alone paper got more than 200 citation, because anybody wants to write a paper, they have to quote this paper. Then after publishing this paper, I told him we'll prepare something like different type of nanoparticle, copper oxide nanoparticle, and we want to try to publish this paper in Electrochemical Acta. So then we prepared a nanoparticle. We got a flake shape and rod shape nanoparticle, and then we shown to the world how this flake shape nanoparticle is very good for, especially for identification of the dopamine. And we published this paper in Electrochemical Acta. Maybe you can see how this ascorbic acid dopamine we can vary, and then even in presence of lower concentration of dopamine, higher concentration of ascorbic acid, we have identified only for the electrochemical determination of dopamine, and we publish a paper in Electrochemical Acta. Then other student he came, he published a paper in Royal Society of Chemistry. Very simple, zinc oxide. He has prepared zinc oxide nanoparticle by using mechanochemical method, very simple by grinding method. And by using surfactant, we modified the carbon-based electrode. We got very good increase in the peak current, and we published this paper in analytical methods at that time. That means, many people are working in this area, even nanoparticle we are preparing many methods, mechanochemical method, Sol-Gel method, like many methods are there. And only thing is that when you prepare nanoparticle, alone nanoparticle publishing a paper is very difficult. But the thing is that you need to make sure that you have to do application part. So when you want to do application part, really, so this you can publish in good journal. We prepare something like, composite electrodes, so composite nanomaterials, and we keep on publishing a paper. But the thing is that once you want to start this publishing paper, what happens? See, the thing is that when you want to publish a paper, many people are getting a PhD, number one. Second thing is your institute will get a name. Third one is you can get so much of funding. But some inorganic chemistry professors, they prepare some metal complexes. The thing is that ligands will undergo reduction or oxidation, but what happens to the metals? Metals will undergo reduction oxidation, but we need to do all experiments only in non-aqueous medium. Undergoes reduction. For example, if you prepare a metal complex, copper is present in copper +2 state. You can just take metal complex in DMF, take tetrabutyl ammonium perchlorate. You can pass nitrogen for more than 1 hour and just take the cyclic voltammogram. Then copper, if you do reduce it, copper 2 will go to copper 1 and copper 1 to copper 2. So you can identify the nature of redox state of metal complex present in the any metal. This is very helpful, especially for the starting the research, and you can do wonderful work. The last one is FAST-SCAN cyclic voltammetry, because they have given only 1 hour, but I will take another plus 10 minutes extra. This FAST-SCAN cyclic voltammetry was started from just 15 to 20 years back. Professor Mark Whiteman was alone published papers, 1,200 articles only on FAST-SCAN cyclic voltammetry, only for the dopamine. So what is this FAST-SCAN cyclic voltammeter? Say for example, you can reach from, I told you, we applied for slow scan cyclic voltammetry 50 millivolts per second, 100 millivolts per second, 200 millivolts per second. But you try to apply 200 volts per second, 500 volts per second, 100 volts per second. You can't try it for the ordinary electrodes. But only thing is that you need to take for the carbon fiber micro electrodes. Carbon fiber micro electrodes are very important, and they are very good electron transfer property and ease of fabrication. Normally we write ease of fabrication. When I started this research in University of Virginia, I got really upset because getting these electrodes to work is very difficult, because if you prepare 100 carbon fiber electrode, only 10 electrodes will work. If you prepare 200 carbon fiber electrode, maybe 15 to 20 electrodes will work. Because if you just take one long hair, cut into longitudinal 20 times, you will get only one hair. You need to just insert that hair into a tiny capillary tube of glass, and you need to cut it and make it to two types of electrode. Making this electrode is very difficult, but somehow initially my efficiency was 5%, 10%, and finally I went to only 40%, because getting these electrodes is very difficult. And why? What is the application means? Our main aim is to work modified this carbon fiber electrode, and we need to implant into the rat brain, and we need to make sure that we need to measure the dopamine concentration, especially on the living rat system. We call it as in vivo system. So that's a very important. We prepared this carbon fiber electrode even like by using fast scan cyclic voltammetry. And normally what happens, and I got this one of the projects from DST for adenosine, and we did this work, wonderful work, especially for the adenosine. And finally this dopamine, which plays very important role. Say for example, my supervisor told you need to coat these nanotubes. That was the really challenging system, because for the carbon paste you can take your carbon nanotubes, you just grind it and take bare electrode, and you take modified electrode. But the thing is that for the dopamine, this is very tiny electrode. How to develop, how to coat these nanotubes onto the surface of the carbon fiber? So initially we dipped into 1 hour, it doesn't work. Then we tried for 2 days. Then we went for 30 minutes, no result. We worked for 10 minutes, no result. Then after 1 week, work for 1 minute, there was no result. Then my supervisor said after 1 month, Swami, it is better. We'll drop this project, we'll go for new project. I told her, no, do not worry, we will try for some other second. Then I tried for 30 seconds, failure. Then I tried for 10 seconds, failure. Then I did one day fine Friday morning. I did with only one sec of coating of nanotubes. Then we got very good result. Then I did for almost 2 to 3 weeks. Really very much happy that it gave very good result. And finally we published a paper in Analyst, because, and we shown to the world how these 1 sec nanotubes are coated, and we have taken SEM also, because this is very important. And the thing is that our aim is not to only develop or coat nanotubes into the surface of carbon fiber. Our main aim is to identify dopamine in living rat system, and we literally did this work, because doing an experiment with chemicals, no problem. Doing an experiment with living rat is very difficult process, because rat, you need to shave the head of the rat and make sure that you give anesthesia, and make sure that you need to give an injection, and it has to go sleep. If you do a little bit mistake, it will go 100% sleep. Make sure that we want to just implant these tiny electrode, carbon fiber electrode, modified with 1 sec coated single wall nanotubes, and we measured the dopamine concentration, and we published the paper. Especially it was came into the highlights of chemical technology. Scientists at the University of Virginia identified both dopamine as well as serotonin simultaneously by using nanotubes, because it can give the very good result. And because of this work, like we got very good rewards also. And one thing is true, that if you buy a CV, you can improve your CV. But only thing is that you can do wonders. Only thing is that you need to understand the concept, the theory, and then make sure that you need to do number of experiment. Initially your experiment fails, it is better not to become upset. Once your experiment fails, make sure that you are going to do again and again, and make sure that I will telling all researchers, you need to write everything on the logbook, because that logbook will give so much of good information. Because whenever you got bad results, you can write it. Whenever you get a good results, you write it, and to make sure that you compare your result. And always think about the research when you are in the laboratory. But the thing is that in organic chemistry, people are worrying about number of electron change. You can identify number of electron change by using Randall-Sebeck equation. Inorganic chemistry professors are more worried about what is the oxidation state or reduction state of metals. You can do by using cyclic voltammetry, redox states of the metal ions. In nanoparticle, nanometal professors, they are more worried about how to develop sensors for neurotransmitters or glucose or many electroactive species. You can make nanoparticles. That means even people are using biotechnology people, botany people, many people are come to the lab, they are getting a training, they are working on like antioxidant property and many things. I can simply say the cyclic voltammetry, if you understand, I tell you it can give lot of result. But only thing is that you should have so much of like patience. Initially when you start the research, you may not get the result, but the thing is that we should not become upset. Because when you get upset, especially on the research, you can't do so many things. So therefore I can tell you it is better research. See, research means normally we say it's only for 2 years, 3 years. No, no, no. You'll get a degree for 3 years or 4 years or 5 years. But after completion of your PhD, what you are going to do is really research. Because when you start your research in a PhD program, 1 year is coursework, second year is starting the working on the experiment and the literature survey, everything. Third year will start the research. Fourth year into compile your all the results and publishing a papers in many articles. And then your fifth year will go for writing the thesis and will finish it. But the thing is that after completion of PhD, if you start the research and do the research, I tell you, green chemistry, why the cyclic voltammetry comes under the green chemistry means you can come with suit and you can go with suit, except when you want to make a carbon based electrode. See, you can use it platinum electrode, you can use it glassy carbon, copper electrode, gold electrode, carbon fiber electrode, carbon paste electrode. Many options are there, but there are many chances of chances of failures, and 90% of success is there, especially in cyclic voltammetry research. But the thing is that people are identifying metal ions. People will go even you can collect so much of leaves, or you can take so much different types of soil, and you can go and identify what are the metal ions are also present in the soil component, and you can identify what type of metal ions are there in a water analysis. Many things are there normally, like you can do very wonders. And thank you very much for the Manjunath, because it's 1 hour means 1 hour, so 10 minutes for break. I have taken extra 10 minutes. And please make sure that, and please utilize it your FTP program, because each professor will tell something like a different thing. You can take home and try to do good work in any research lab. Because if you do good work, obviously what happens, it will give so much of value to our institute. Because in the NAC, NRF, they will ask how many papers you have published, and then like our institution will ask, your institution will ask so many things. So it will get very good this one. So I wish you all the best for the participant who are starting new type of research. Thank you very much. And I'm very sorry because of the interruption of the network issues. It was happened for the first time in the while giving my talk. So thank you very much, Manjunath, and thank you, Sushma Dixit.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time and sharing your insights of research knowledge and exchanging the ideas with the participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dear participants, do you have any queries to be discussed? Please post on the chat box. Sir, we have not received any queries, sir.
Okay, madam, sure. Maybe there was some interruption, that could be the reason.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, madam.
Sir, just a minute, sir. We want to share as a token of gratitude, we are sharing the appreciation certificate, sir.
Sure.
So please accept it, sir.
Thank you, madam. I will accept it. Thank you very much.
Sir, appreciation certificate has been shared, sir. Is it visible,
Is it
sir?
visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
It's visible.
Thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time with us, sir.
Sure.
The
Thank you.
session was really helpful for us.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Oh, thank you.
I thank our participants for making this session successful with your presence.
Dear participants, due to unavoidable circumstances, the afternoon session, which was at 2 to 4:45, it has been rescheduled. Time will be around 3:30. We are going to start the second session, today's second session, from 3:30. Thank you all. Please wait for a minute. ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ.
The feedback form has been shared in the chat box. It will also be shared in the WhatsApp group. Kindly fill that. Centers come out.
ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಮಾಡಲಿದ್ದು ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಟುಡೇ ಸೆಷನ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ